Ever wondered if a cat can beat a dog in a dance-off? I'm sure it's a question that keeps you awake at night, right? But don't fret, we're here to answer this age-old conundrum. We're about to take a dive into a world of animal hilarity, a place where paws and claws meet comedy gold. From fumbling felines to playful pups, every creature has its day in our laugh-out-loud arena. Well, prepare to find out, and much more, in our compilation of the funniest animal moments. Our first contestants in the dance-off are a cat named Whiskers and a dog named Barkley. Let's see how they fare in this dance showdown. Kicking things off with Whiskers, our feline star. She's not your average house cat. This kitty has some serious moves, folks. When the beat drops, Whiskers becomes a feline Fred Astaire, twirling and leaping with such grace that it's hard to believe she spends most of her days chasing laser pointers. It's a sight to behold when she attempts the floss. She might not have the arm length, but boy does she have the spirit. And her moonwalk? It's a little backwards, but that's what makes it all the more hilarious. Whiskers, you are a true trailblazer in the world of cat choreography. Now, onto our canine contender, Barkley. This dog, ladies and gentlemen, has rhythm in his bones. Barkley has a knack for hip-hop. His head bobs and tail wags in perfect sync with the beat. It's like he's got his own built-in metronome. But the real showstopper is when Barkley attempts the tango. Yes, the tango. He may not have a partner or even the right number of legs, but that doesn't stop him from giving it his all. He twirls, he dips, he even tries to do the rose and mouth bit, which ends in a spectacular display of canine confusion. It's a joy to watch these two unconventional dancers defy expectations. Whiskers with her feline finesse and Barkley with his canine charisma, they both bring their own unique flair to the dance floor. Their performances are not just funny, they're a celebration of individuality and the joy of movement. Whether they're leaping after imaginary dance partners or chasing their own tails in a dance-like frenzy, Whiskers and Barkley have shown us that dance is not about perfection, but about expressing joy. And sometimes, that joy can be downright hilarious. As the music fades and our dancing duo take their final bows, we're left with one question. Who's the winner of this dance-off? Is it the twirling Whiskers or the tangoing Barkley? And the winner is, well, we'll let you decide. Moving on to the musical talent in the animal kingdom. Have you ever heard a parrot sing opera? Well, friends, prepare to be amazed, because animals are not just cute and cuddly, they can also be incredibly musical. From the tiniest birds to the largest mammals, they all seem to have an innate sense of rhythm and melody. And some of them, believe it or not, have even been known to belt out a tune or two. Take, for instance, our first virtuoso, a parrot. Now, we all know parrots are great mimics, but this one takes it to a whole new level. He's not just repeating words, he's singing them in his own unique operatic style. Picture a Pavarotti with feathers, if you will. It's a sight, or rather, a sound to behold. Then we have a dog that seems to have a thing for blues. Every time his owner plays the harmonica, he joins in with his own soulful howls. It's a canine jam session like you've never seen before. Someone get this dog a recording contract. And let's not forget the cat who thinks she's a pop diva. Whenever her favorite song comes on the radio, she starts meowing along, hitting those high notes with surprising accuracy. Sure, it's not exactly Mariah Carey, but it's still impressive in its own quirky way. But perhaps the most hilarious of all is the donkey who's convinced he's an opera singer. His brays are long, loud, and filled with so much passion, you can't help but laugh. It's like he's performing for an audience at the Metropolitan Opera, only his audience is a field full of bemused cows. So, there you have it, folks. The animal kingdom is full of unexpected singing sensations, each with their own unique sound, style, and, let's face it, comedic timing. Remember, it's not about hitting the right notes, it's about having fun. And these animals are definitely having a blast, bringing joy and laughter to all who are lucky enough to witness their hilarious musical performances. Scene script. Next up, the sports section. Ever seen a rabbit play basketball? Get ready to be amazed. Well, folks, welcome to the wild side of sports, where our furry friends are the athletes. This isn't your everyday sports commentary. We're diving into a world where cats become gymnasts and dogs take up soccer. It's a whirlwind of athletic antics that are sure to give you a bellyache from laughing. Our first contender is a squirrel, yes, a squirrel, who seems to have taken a liking to golf. Watch as it scampers around the green, trying to get that tiny ball into the hole. It's a hole-in-one. Well, almost. The squirrel's determination is truly commendable, don't you think? Moving on, we have a Labrador that seems to have confused Frisbee with a game of fetch. The twist? The Frisbee is stuck in a tree. Watch as our canine friend takes a running leap, only to miss the Frisbee by a whisker. But don't worry, he doesn't give up that easily. After multiple attempts, he finally snags it. Now that's what we call dogged determination. And now, for the highlight of the day, a rabbit playing basketball. Yes, you heard that right. This bunny has got some serious hops. Watch as it dribbles the ball with its tiny paws and shoots. It's a three-pointer. Who knew rabbits had such a knack for sports? But it's not all smooth sailing. There's a cat trying to master the treadmill, but it seems to be more of a slide than a run. And let's not forget the parrot playing ping pong. It's more interested in the paddle than the ball. These athletic antics are not only hilarious, but also a testament to the adaptability and resourcefulness of these amazing creatures. They remind us that sports are not just about competition, but also about having fun and enjoying the moment, even if it leads to some unexpected hilarity. And that's a wrap on the Animal Olympics, folks. Now, let's delve into the cunning world of critters. Watch as these small creatures outsmart their bigger counterparts. Picture this, a tiny mouse, no larger than a sugar cube, standing face to face with a hefty, hulking cat. You'd think the outcome would be predictable, right? Well, not with our cunning critters. This mouse, with a twinkle in its eye and an air of confidence, manages to trick the cat into looking the other way. And in a flash, it's off, leaving the cat spinning in circles. And then, we have a squirrel, an animal known for its quick wit and agility. But this one takes it to another level. Confronted by a much larger dog, this cheeky little chap uses its small size to its advantage. It darts under the dog, over the dog, and around the dog so quickly that our canine friend doesn't know which way is up. Oh, but it doesn't stop there. There's a crafty crow, the Sherlock Holmes of the bird world, that outsmarts not one, not two, but 5 seagulls trying to steal its food. With a series of feints and distractions, the crow keeps its meal and sends the seagulls squawking off into the distance, utterly bamboozled. And let's not forget our slippery fish friends. Ever seen a goldfish play dead to avoid the net? Or an octopus squeeze into an impossibly small hole to evade a predator? These little aquatic acrobats are the Houdinis of the sea, always ready with an escape trick up their sleeve. The animal kingdom is full of David and Goliath stories, where the little guy comes out on top. These small but mighty critters are proof that brains often beat brawn. And it's these moments of cunning and cleverness that make the world of animals such an amusing and fascinating place. Size doesn't always matter, especially when you're this clever. We're taking a walk on the wild side now. Witness the hilarious antics of our friends in the wild. Have you ever seen a squirrel trying to hide a nut and forgetting where it put it? Or a bird trying to outsing its own echo? Nature is full of these delightful comedies, and we're here to bring them to you. First up, let's talk about our feathered friends. Birds, with their colorful plumes and melodious voices, are a treat to the eyes and ears. But sometimes they can be downright hilarious. Picture this, a parrot trying to mimic a dog's bark, only to get scared of its own sounds. Who can resist chuckling at that? Next, we have the mischievous monkeys. Swinging from tree to tree, they seem to be the embodiment of carefree living. But wait till you see one trying to peel a banana from the wrong end, or mistaking a skunk for one of its kin. Their bewildered faces can turn any frown upside down. Then we have the ever-so-graceful deer, leaping majestically through the forest. But even they have their clumsy moments. Ever seen a deer slip on ice? It's like watching a ballerina on roller skates. A sight to behold indeed. Let's not forget about the kings of the jungle, the mighty lions. They may be fierce predators, but they too have their fair share of goofy moments. Imagine a lion trying to swat a buzzing bee, only to get a surprise sting on its nose. That's one bee who's not afraid to stand up to the king. And lastly, we have the cute and cuddly pandas. They may look serene while munching on their favorite bamboo shoots, but watch them tumble down a slope, and you'll be holding your sides with laughter. So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the wild, filled with laughter and unforgettable moments. These animals may not be aware of their comedic timing, but they sure know how to put on a great show. Who knew wildlife could be this wacky? Now that we've laughed our hearts out, let's revisit some of the funniest moments. Oh, who could forget the question of the century? That moment when our furry friend stared at his reflection in the mirror, seemingly trying to solve the mystery of the universe. The look of sheer confusion and curiosity on his face was priceless. It was a philosophical pondering that would rival the greatest thinkers of our time. Then we had the dancing duo, stealing the spotlight with their synchronized steps. The way they moved in rhythm despite their different sizes was a sight to behold. It was like watching a Broadway performance in the comfort of our own homes, but with a hilarious twist. The unexpected pirouettes and the spontaneous shimmying were comedic gold. And let's not forget our singing sensations. The way they belted out those high notes, or at least attempted to, was nothing short of hysterical. Who knew our animal friends could be so vocally expressive? From the deep baritone of the bulldog to the high-pitched trills of the parakeet, it was a concert of a lifetime. The athletic antics segment was a roller coaster of emotions. The clumsy cat attempting the obstacle course was a prime example. The poor feline's determination to conquer the course, despite its numerous blunders, was both hilarious and heartwarming. It was a reminder that even in the animal kingdom, it's the effort that counts. Our cunning critters were up next, showcasing their sneaky and mischievous side. The raccoon's attempt to steal food and the squirrel's acrobatic escape from its predator had us on the edge of our seats. It was like watching a thrilling heist movie, only 1,000 times funnier. Last, but certainly not least, we had our wacky wildlife. The penguin's comedic waddle, the seal's clumsy flop, and the monkey's playful antics were a refreshing glimpse into the humorous side of nature. It was a reminder that laughter truly is universal, transcending all boundaries. And there you have it, folks, a dose of laughter to brighten your day. The magic of these funny animal moments is that they remind us of the joy and humor that exists in the world around us. So keep laughing, keep smiling, and remember, the world is a much funnier place when you take a moment to enjoy the silliness of our animal friends. Sadly, all good things must come to an end, and so must our compilation of funny animal moments. But don't fret, the world is teeming with hilarious animals just waiting to make you laugh out loud. We'll keep scouring the globe for these delightful creatures and their uproarious antics, so you can count on us to serve up your daily dose of animal silliness. Who can forget our dancing duo with their perfectly timed two-step? Or our singing sensations hitting notes that would make a nightingale envious? Let's not forget our athletic animals, bounding and leaping in ways that would make Olympians blush. And of course, our cunning critters and wacky wildlife, proving that the animal kingdom is just as full of jokers as the human world. Each of these moments reminds us of the joy that animals bring to our lives. They make us laugh, they make us gasp, and they make us cherish the delightful unpredictability of life. We hope that these videos have not only tickled your funny bone, but also warmed your heart. We've loved sharing these moments with you, and we can't wait to bring you more. So if you've enjoyed this laughter-filled journey through the animal kingdom as much as we have, make sure to like this video, drop a comment below, and hit that subscribe button. We'd love to hear which animal made you laugh the most. By subscribing, you'll become a part of our ever-growing community of animal lovers. You'll also be the first to know when we upload new videos, so you won't miss out on any of the fun. So, what are you waiting for? Join us, and let's continue to celebrate the hilarity and charm of our furry, feathery, and scaly friends. After all, laughter is the best medicine, and these animals are the best comedians we know. Until next time, keep laughing and keep loving animals.